I'm not going to show it off yet, even though you've already seen it in the thumbnail and the title. But I just want to start out by saying I really appreciate your all support as far as just watching my videos, commenting, all that stuff. While this didn't pay for the bus entirely or even come close to it, it did help what little I made from YouTube all last year. It paid for approximately like 15%. So plus the sale of $5.94, that was over half and it on its own. So, you know, we'll say about 70% came from YouTube and $5.94 alone. But this is my new to me 2004 Bluebird International 3800 with a DT466E and an Allison MD3060. So, as you can see, this was bus 147 for Wood County Schools in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And I'm very happy with it so far. Today, as I film this, I've had it for about a week. I'm going to upload this tonight. I filmed a whole video. I didn't really plan it out, but you know, just kind of going through the process as I was inspecting it after I bought it, after I went to pick it up, because I forgot my memory card whenever I went to go actually pick it up. And I'll go into detail about that. I actually forgot a clip of that video, but it's fine. I was just kind of going over why I wanted it. And that was like 10 minutes, just that clip, and the final cut is an hour without that clip. So the video is long enough anyways. But yeah, this bus was very well maintained. Every 19 days I've got the service record, so about once a month. I think it's every 19 school days, so about once a month it was serviced. Doesn't always mean oil change, but I think every time they went and greased the chassis, they went and lubricated the doors, and you know, just gave the bus a good once over, making sure everything's working how it should, and that everything's in good shape essentially. This bus, despite having 40,000 more miles than 23 over there and being 2 years newer, it's in much better shape. So I've already started a little bit of work on it. In the first bus update that I filmed, put these on, and I went ahead and took that. It said battery disconnect switch there. I went ahead and took that off. I still need to get some adhesive remover and remove the adhesive and pressure wash it. And I also took a drill with a rubber wheel on it, a decal remover. I also went around here with it too, because there's some silicone where there's a camera. I've got something to cover that big hole. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything about these little ones yet. Need to think about what I could put over those. Well, now that I think about it, there actually might be something I could put over that entirely. And anyways, so yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at the engine here. This bus, I believe these LEDs here were factory, because I went to go look at a Gilmer County bus in April, and it was a 2004, just like this. Well, not just like this, but similar to this. And it had the same exact LEDs on it. And as you can see, it's got LED clearance lights, but it doesn't look like those were replaced. So yeah, here's the 7.6 liter DT466E. Very, very strong runner. I'm very happy with it so far. Needs new tires, pretty much all the way around, but especially the front ones. You can see these are worn very unevenly. This side is way more worn than this one is. I think they just threw old tires on it. That might be what's causing the steering wheel to be crooked whenever it's supposed to be straight. But I don't know, I'll look into it. I've got a power steering leak as well, and some other things, but nothing too major. Stuff that I can probably take care of on my own. It sat for 10 months It was last serviced in April. I have pictures of it retired in May, and now it's February. So really hasn't been retired too long. It didn't come, you know, straight out of service. They didn't just retire it and immediately throw it up on the auction site, but it's still, you know, in pretty good shape. So I'll close this here. You can see the hood's a slightly different color. It's because they repainted it. And when they repainted it, they put these stickers on here, which were meant for 444s. They have smaller 3800s with 444s in service still. I think they might have retired all of their larger ones with the 466s. But this bus was part of a 6-bus order. 3 of these full size with the 466s. 145 and 147 were sold at the same time, and then 146 is still in service. So I guess they still have one running, but at least. And then there was 3 smaller ones. I don't think they were wheelchair buses. They were just small, but they had 444s. But as you can see, it's got the radiator shutters, and they didn't really mask anything off behind here. They just sprayed it all whenever they did this. So you can tell it's got the radiator shutters because it's got the cutout in the hood here, which I think is for clearance for the actual shutters back here whenever it opens. But I have a lot of parts either already in stock or on the way, and more to order for this thing. I put this cup holder in myself. Didn't come with one originally, and that's why I put mine in, but I've got some work to do up here as far as taking that clipboard down and that rule sheet down, and I don't know why they riveted that on, but anyways, here's the body plate. But coming in here, see, I've got bezels for it that came from a 2001 Bluebird International, and I crudely spray painted them black. I've got headlights to match those. They're still on, they're delivered. I just haven't gone to get them yet from my brother's house. But brown seats, brown floor, non-tinted windows, which I was not a fan of at first whenever I saw it. But then I actually went to go inspect the bus in person. And then I got on here and I was like, yeah, this actually isn't too bad. It helps differentiate it from 23 that much more, and 681. So, you know, this is not 681. It will never be 681 to me, but it's probably not even the closest I could get, because I could probably find one that's more closely spec'd to 681, but I really don't care. It's Bluebird International with 466 MD3060 West Virginia specs, white roof, large. This is a 72 passenger, so it's not full size, but it's pretty much full size. It's one window shorter, so I'm gonna call it a full size bus, even though technically it's not. But yeah, here's the switch panel. But it will never be 681 to me, but it's close enough. It's different enough to where I can do stuff with it. I can have my fun with it, and, you know, not have to worry about keeping it original or anything like that. Because if I had 681, it would be staying original. And that was my original plan with 23, so maybe that wouldn't have happened. I don't know, because I never got it. But we'll do a startup. Now, when they retired this thing, they took the flasher unit out, so I have no working warning lights. So I'll turn the master switch on, try to turn the ambers on, but you can see they don't work. So even with the master switch on, stop sign staying in, and, you know, so I need to get a new flasher unit for it. But we'll take a look outside here while it's running. Purrs like a kitten. A very, very mean one. Maybe like a tiger or something. I don't know. I need to replace these awful taillights. I cannot stand these cheap truck light taillights. Also, the two large brake lights don't match, so I definitely need to get that done. All the taillights back here are getting replaced. Those LED warning lights I bought are probably going to go on this bus. I need to get the flasher unit first, make sure that warning lights work after I put the flasher unit in. And before I start putting $500 worth of warning lights that aren't going to work on this bus. It's got working dome lights, unlike 23. Well, 23's rear ones work, but this one does not have the dimming ones, so I'm probably going to put LED bulbs in here at some point. I've got other, you know, main priorities and stuff, but they also replaced this roof hatch with one from a C2. I think they order all their stuff through Matheny, because our Freightliner dealer, because it's right there in town, the distribution center. So yeah, the school bus distribution center, and you know, Freightliner and all that stuff. But I can't really think of anything else to talk about, so we'll go ahead and back her back into the spot. Then we'll close the video off. If I can get my seatbelt on, that is. Now, because I've got this bus doesn't mean that there's not going to be content or work done on this one. This is just a right moment, right time, you know. I just had to get it. So yeah, I think these two look great together. Sorry, I'm just enamored. I am so happy with how this looks. I am so glad I sold $594 to buy this. I loved $594, and it's actually up for sale again, ironically, but I'm really glad I bought this. So that's about it as far as what I can think to do on this video, and just want to let you guys know that I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching my videos, and it's not because of the money, what little money I make, but I'm glad to have somebody that enjoys watching what I make. And I know this video's already 14 minutes long, but keep your eyes out for that other video coming out, and I hope you guys like 147. Tell me what you think. If you have any ideas for 147 that I might want to steal, like, oh, you should replace those lights with this kind of light, or have you thought about putting this thing on it, or have you thought about doing this with 147 or whatever, or 23, I don't care, just give me ideas. I'm not running out of ideas. I'm constantly having ideas, but sometimes having more than one perspective is better. I mean, almost always having more than one perspective is better. So, yeah, tell me what you think about 147. Do you have any ideas? Any comments or anything that you want to leave? Go ahead and leave them below. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.